Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a post by the New Jersey GOP on X. It's a video of a meeting in Edison, New Jersey. And it's just a short little clip, but this gentleman was speaking and I guess they didn't like what he had to say.
Yeah.
So
and what he had in his hand. So
but it says here on, go ahead and pull it up and then I'll read. It's just a quick little, it just says breaking Democrats in Edison, New Jersey have banned the American flag, the U.S. Constitution, and other props from their council meetings. The next meeting is December 11th at 7 p.m. We hope to see you there. So if anyone's watching from Edison, New Jersey, you might want to start going to the meetings.
Yep.
But yeah, go ahead and play it.
All right, let's hit play.
Wrong. I'm holding up an American flag to represent the constitutional values that we should be loyal to.
Warning, and if you continue, I will have to forfeit. You'll have to forfeit your time.
Well,
Sir, you're forfeiting your time.
it's my constitution. It's my constitutional right to do this. If you get sued, you will lose. My suggestion to you is that you get a second opinion from competent counsel because you are wrong. You are interfering with the performance of this meeting by interfering with the right to speech of a member of the public. You're interfering with free speech, and it should stop now. I'd like to continue.
They didn't pass the law yet.
This is an arbitrary.
If he doesn't sit down,
This is an arbitrary capricious decision,
his time is
and
forfeited.
it violates the law. Your time should be forfeited. Your position should be forfeited. By your actions, you forfeited your right to preside over this meeting.
Please have it in the room. Just on the table. Room. Thank you.
Shame on you.
Officer, you can have him in the room.
No, my time's forfeited. I'll sit back
That's
down.
off. You continued after your time was forfeited. You continued after the officers told you to sit down. You continued after the council president repeatedly asked you to stop. You've now been asked to be removed from the chambers. So,
There's no reason to remove me from the chambers because I am not interfering with the
clearly
quorum.
chosen to
I'm ready.
violate the rules of the quorum
Excuse me.
of the chamber,
Excuse
sir.
me. I'm ready to sit here quietly, and I will not interfere with your decorum. So I have a right to be here.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, this council meeting has been recessed for 5 minutes. We'll be back at 7:24.
Are you ejecting him from the meeting? Officers, are you ejecting him from the meeting?
So I guess it appears that they are ejecting him from the meeting.
Yeah.
I wish that there was more context here. I wish we could have seen maybe a little bit before that video had
Right.
started, just to kind of have more context on what they were actually discussing. But I don't know. It's wild to me that he was being. To me, it seemed like he was being civil. You know, you
Yeah.
could tell that he was standing up for himself and he was being firm, but he was also being civil. And you know, he attempted to go and sit peacefully back in his seat. And he said he would be quiet, and they just called for recess and had him escorted anyway. So I don't know. I guess it's not as bad as that one video of the lady who was dragged out.
Well, yeah,
that was
she was
awful.
dragged. But yeah, just the heading or the description of this video should tell you all you need to know. Democrats in Edison, New Jersey have banned the American flag and the U.S. Constitution and other props.
I'm calling them props. Really?
So they think the American flag and the Constitution is a prop. So if they think that's a prop, they do not care about you. They do not care about your rights.
No.
So,
And maybe that's what it was. You know, maybe that's what he was kind of making that point because he was holding an American flag, and so maybe that was what he was saying, that like you know, you can't do that kind of thing.
mm-hmm. And I don't know, and you could hear a lady in the background talking, and like I said, like you said,
It was kind of hard to.
I wish
hear.
there was a little bit more context to see what happened in the beginning, but she's like, you could hear the lady in the background said, you haven't even voted on it. So I don't know if they were even talking about that,
Probably.
or if it had already been voted on to not have the American flag.
Maybe it was not voted on yet. It was on the agenda, and so that's why because I don't know. And in any kind of city council meetings I've ever attended, like you have to be on like you have to let them know that you want to speak. It depends. Some meetings, they have like an open, where you can, go up if there's time.
But normally
but you're only given so much time. But normally, normally
sign in before. And so they know.
You do, but normally it's like well before.
Right. So
like you have to give them a notice
at the
so they
beginning
can
of
put
the
it
meeting.
in their
No,
minutes.
it's not really so much in the minutes. The minutes come afterwards. So when you go to the meeting, they have a sign up list. You have to write your name and write what you want to talk about. And then in the form of the meeting, during the quorum of the meeting, they have time for comments by the public. And so that's why they know his name. They knew what he was going to talk about before he ever got up there. And so, like I said, I wish we would have seen exactly what happened before. This is just a little short clip after they were telling him to sit down. So we don't know what all he said. He had a couple, some pages. Evidently, he'd had something prepared and that he was reading. I kind of wish we could.
I'm just hoping that maybe this stirs up, some buzz, I guess, and people that live there, may see this, or I'm sure he will speak to people. They need more people to show up to these meetings because I feel like when there's barely anyone there and most of the people are just observing. I mean, let's face it, a lot of people go to these meetings just to sit there and just observe, just to see what's going on. A lot of them aren't there to speak. And so maybe he could get some more people to come and support on the 11th, to say, no, we do not want this. Because you, as a councilman, you're supposed to be, or council person, you're supposed to be representing the people. And if they don't want it, then.
Well,
but anyway.
It didn't take them long to call a break so they could get out of there for a minute. Anyway.
But I don't know. I guess the policemen are just doing
They're just doing their job.
But at the same time,
they're at the city hall. They have to do what they're told.
This seems to be happening. I don't know if maybe it's just these kinds of videos are popping up.
Yeah.
Now more often, or if it's really happening.
Yeah.
More often than
what'll happen next is they won't allow cameras in there. Only the camera service that's authorized by the city and the council. That'll be what's next.
But all of these are public. They're supposed to be videotaped in public to have access to it.
No, yeah. Normally they'll do it, but the city hall normally the city halls have their own camera systems.
No, that's what I mean.
And then they're broadcasted. But what I'm talking about is individuals being in there because the guy who filmed this was either doing it with his phone or something because he followed the cops out. So that's what I'm talking about.
And then did you see the other guy too? It was in up front. He was like
filming it all. So.
Yeah.
So I hope there's a good turnout on their next one.
It'd be nice to see how that goes.
Well, see, that was on the 2nd. So see what their next city hall meeting, how it goes.
Mm-hmm. But
anyway.
Just thought it was really interesting and.
Yeah, it is interesting, and this is just a sad state of affairs what this country's going.
But I think it's because people are starting to, that's the thing they say too, is to be involved locally. Like, that's the best way to make a difference is get involved locally, with your local politics and leadership. And that's what this gentleman was trying to do. And then look how he got so much pushback. So I think that it's just a testament that more people need to show up locally and, stand up for their rights. Because I feel like as more people do that, more people will follow. Yeah. It's normally how that goes. It takes someone brave to be the first to stand up and say, no, we're not taking this, and then others will follow suit, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Well, this was a good little one. We just wanted the show. We didn't do anything last week for Thanksgiving.
Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hope everyone had a good one. Enjoyed all the good food. I know we did.
We did.
We had a good one. We stayed
small, laid back,
stayed small this year. Stayed at home, but it was really nice.
It was.
Missed our family, but we we had a good time. It was nice. But anyway, we sure appreciate you you watching and tuning in. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share our videos.
Yes.
And
please.
until
and
the next time, thank you. And until the next time, we'll see y'all.
Bye.